Hello everyone, welcome to Shop Dev. So in this video we're going to have the name of expression in C#. So let's start with our classic introduction. So the name of expression was introduced in C# version 6.0, and the name of operator, as you can see in the example here, it takes one argument, which can be a type, a variable, an enumeration member, okay, or any other thing, and produce a string as a result, a string constant. Okay, so most of the time we use it for methods when logging errors or events, and we just need to determine the name of the method or name of a class, for example. Okay, so like the definition says, it produces the name of a variable type member as a string constant. But notice for this namespace, when you use a name of operator, it doesn't produce the fully qualified name. Okay, instead it produces the last part of the namespace as a string. Okay, so there are some exceptions to that. We'll see that in the next slide. And one good thing to know about the name of operator is it is evaluated at compile time and has no effect on runtime. Okay, so let's see other example and scenarios. For example, when you are using the name of operator with a list, generic list type, it won't produce the list int, it will produce the list type only. Okay, and for methods, okay, for example, count properties and methods, it will just produce the name of a property and our method as string. Okay, even for variables. Next, we have a look at the enumerations. For this, I will show you an example. So this is an enumeration. When applying the name of operator on the enumeration, it just produces the enumeration name. For same thing as gender.male. Okay, so this is an enum member, so produces that name. So instead of using toString, for example, you can use the name of operator. Okay, one benefit of using a name of operator is that when you are refactoring the name of your enumeration, class, variable, okay, so instead of using hard-coded strings, okay, you can use name of operator. So when you are refactoring, okay, when you apply the changes, the type, the enumeration name of variable gets changed. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it and go and check, verify line by line where there are hard-coded string constant of your method name or class name, for example. Okay, so final example here on this one is this program, for example, is the name of a class. I'll show you in the demo soon. So it just produces the name as a string constant. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so I have a simple demo already prepared. So first of all, let me show you that I have an enum named gender and two members, male and female. Okay, and in my console.write line, so this is for the namespace. I'm just using the name of operator on it, so should be producing generic instead of the fully qualified name. Okay, for generic type list, it's properties and methods, so you just have the targeted tab. You're not having the generics included. Okay, just the list type. Okay, two examples here, and this is to display the gender name as a string. I mean the enum name as string and the member as string, and this as well for the class. Okay, so without wasting some time, so let's run the program. Okay, so I'll just run it quickly so that we can see on the screen. So this is my output. Okay, so generic is displayed instead of the fully qualified name. For the generic list, you have list, add, and count for the properties and methods. Okay, enum name, you get gender, enum member, okay, the member name, and for the program. Okay, so like I said initially, so most of the time people use name of operator because that helps sometimes in refactoring. So let me show you with an example. So suppose here I have a method, okay, do work, okay. So in case there is an error in the catch block, I'm calling a log error method that takes the method name as parameter and an error message, okay. So here I've hard coded the do work method. So in case of error, so I need to know in which method the error occurred, and it will log it in the file or in the database, for example. But what happens if I refactor the name? Okay, I put it to do work operation. Okay, so see, since it's a hard-coded string, okay, the changes won't be applied. So in case you have a very big program with thousands and thousands of lines of code, you might forget to change the name. Okay, so the method name and logs won't reveal where the error is occurring. Okay, so to remedy that, Nameof operator was applied. So this is one scenario where you can use it. Okay, so say for example I'm using Nameof and I put my method name here, do work. So it's the same thing as the hard-coded string, but with the advantage that when you rename it, okay, I put it do work operation, okay, and you see that then it has been refactored, and when there's an error it will take the right method name. So this helps you, okay. So initially you could also do that via reflection, okay. So but Nameof operator is just one alternative in one option that helps you to avoid such issues, okay. Okay, so far so good. Now we'll have a look at some exceptional cases with respect to the Nameof operator. Okay, so with the Nameof operator you cannot use keywords like int, string for example, or others like the new keyword or the static keyword. So the compiler just doesn't allow you. Okay, since by definition it's also said that it just gives a string constant for types, variables, and so on. Okay, so let us check with the demo. Let me do some cleanup quickly. Okay, so just put 3 examples to confirm. Okay, so you can see here you are not allowed to use keywords. Okay, so I can try with a new keyword for example on top of it, or with static keyword. So by syntax they are expected to add further things. Okay, so like modify static is not valid for this item. Okay, so that one exceptional case that you might encounter with Nameof operator. Okay, so that's the first scenario. Second, the concept of namespace aliases. Okay, so when you're using the console.writeline of Nameof test string alias, so it won't display the namespace and the targeted type. Instead it will display or do a string constant of the test string alias. Okay, so this is another exceptional scenario we had with namespaces. So just to show you quickly, guys, so let me add my namespace alias for string. Okay, and let's try to output the alias information. Okay, so let's run it. So as you can see here, instead of printing a string, on the console, it's just displaying the alias. So bear in mind and take note of it when using Nameof with namespace alias. Okay, so that was the second scenario. Our third exceptional case is with generic. Okay, so sometimes you might have generic classes or generic methods. So consider this generic method, for example, and you want to know the name of t. Here it won't give you the target type, okay, the type used for the generic. It will just display t. Okay, it doesn't resolve the int here with the Nameof operator. Okay, so let's take a look quickly about that scenario as well. Okay, so let me add a quick method identical to what we have in the slides. Okay, so we have a generic method t, and you are putting in the console Nameof t. Okay, so let's just do a call of that method and we check what is being displayed on the screen. Okay, so I'll just run it. Okay, let's get. Okay, and here I'll show you on the screen it is displaying t instead of int. So that's our third exceptional scenario. And the last scenario, exceptional case, so it's with verbatim operator identifiers. So what are verbatim identifiers? That new is a keyword, for example, and you can't use keywords as variable name. But if you use the keyword character in front of the new, you can use it as a variable. Okay, but when you're outputting, trying to find the name using the Nameof operator for the verbatim identifier, so it will output new instead of new plus the @character. Okay, so just for example, I'll take the same example here. Okay, let's delete that. Okay, so new, like we see, you can't use it as a variable name, but if you use @character, so you can use it as a variable. And if you do a name of it, so trying to find the name as a constant for this variable, so it will just display new without the @character. Okay, so let's check. Okay, let me show you on the screen. So the output is new. Okay, so it has excluded this character for the name. So that's it, guys, for the Nameof operator. And if you like the video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.